Hi, my name is Raman and I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a frustrated Indian. And no, I'm not a supporter of Modi or Rahul Gandhi or any political party as such. I'm just pissed off by the instances that I've seen in the last 2 days. I'll just quote an example. For the last 2 days, the talk of the town is traffic fines being imposed heavily on uh, citizens. This is absolutely a welcome thing, but the magnitude of the increment that has been done is not justified. For an example, I just found a post yesterday where a person says that he was fined 25,000 for traffic violations. I do understand that he was not wearing a helmet. He was he did not have the registration card of his bike or Activa, whatever was it. I guess he did some other violation as well. Fine, 25,000 imposed. Do you know the per capita income of the country? ठीक है, I understand that one should not be justifying that no traffic violation is good. I myself wear a helmet whenever I go outside of my home, even be it for a 200 meters or 50 meters. That's perfectly fine. But the other point which I want to bring across is, have you seen the condition of the roads these days? I'm not going to go on the same line saying that government has not provided this and government has not provided that, hence this is not justified. No, the basic things. I live in a city, Hyderabad, which is considered to be the best city to live in India as of now. I live in Kondapur, which is one of the fast growing hubs, IT hubs in the country. And the best part is, I have a 4-lane road just 500 meters away from my home, and that 4 lane meets into a single lane, which causes traffic jam for us continuously, and that has been happening for the last 2 years since Botanical Garden, which was a very good garden, which was a very large piece of land with trees of various species. Those were cut down, multiple trees were cut down in order to increase the road width, and it was made into 4 lane, and this meets into a single 1 lane road, and that is at a junction which causes heavy traffic jam throughout the day. Fine, make sure that the money that you are imposing on traffic rules and regulations, at least in this part of the city, is utilized in ensuring that commuters do not have to face this issue after 2 months in heavy rain, in heavy traffic, with 1 feet of dug holes. I'm not kidding. Just beside my home, there's a concrete. I'm thankful. There's a concrete roadway, and the best thing about Telangana government, or I would say the GHMC, that is Hyderabad government, Hyderabad Municipal Committee, is that they consider roads only in that part where there are big buildings. I don't know what is the logic behind that. Might be they get tax collected from those areas, but where there is a barren land, you would not find a road. There would be deep shits there, there would be mud holes, there would be potholes there, and you cannot take a vehicle and cross it. So this is one thing I wanted to bring across. Another thing which I mentioned initially, there were two things which actually pissed me off yesterday while going through that same 4 lane road on Botanical Garden at Kondapur signal. That is, I'm not sure exactly, it is not Kondapur signal, it's Botanical Garden Road signal. You'll find a lot of beggars there. They suddenly arose. There were no beggars in this part of the city, at least. So, because of this traffic jam, you can see a lot of beggars. I'm not against poverty, I'm not against poor people, but what is striking is the manner in which the hands and legs of kids are amputated, they are cut down to make them beggars, and you can see that there is a common thing in those beggars. Exactly in the same way, their hands or legs have been amputated and they are begging across the streets. Do not encourage these things in cities like this. This is the cause of children's being kidnapped, children's being picked up from hospitals and amputated and they are made beggars. For this sake, at least, please do not encourage this. I'm not saying that you should not pay alms to beggars and all, but encouraging these sorts of things by paying them, by giving them money, by doing thinking that you're doing check. There are a lot of people who are handicapped right from birth. Might be they are beggars. Do something. Make sure that they are in the scheme of things of the NGOs. They are not begging on the streets, because God has them himself punished them. But people like I've seen small children 12, 13 years of age with one hand, one right hand and one left hand gone, left leg gone. It is done specifically. I can assure that it is not an accident which has made. And you can find this common thing all across the city. Why do we as citizens not bring this across to the government? And it's not that government is not aware. There are CCTV cameras all around. The best thing I remember, 2 years back, when Hyderabad Metro was being inaugurated, our renowned Prime Minister and the daughter of Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, have come into the city for the inauguration. I'm not sure, I've not seen it myself, but there are stories all around that all the beggars were caught and were put in jail during that time, and they were given free food. So this is the plight of the country. In order to remove something, we just hide it, we just brush it across the carpet. We don't want people to other countries to see that, okay, India, an emerging superpower, is full of beggars. Make sure that take steps in order to eradicate poverty. These beggars, they are not by choice. It has been thrusted upon them that they have to be in that way. So please ensure that these things disturb a normal citizen a lot. From yesterday, I'm having a terrible headache because that beggar asked money. It's not that I could not have provided money, but the way in his hands and legs were cut down and he was forced to beg. That speaks volumes of the law and government in our country. So these are the two things I wanted to bring across. That's for today. But I'll ensure that if I see any such thing, from today I've decided I'll just put it across YouTube and ensure that right people are brought into picture, because action needs to be taken. Merely increasing the fines at traffic is not the solution. You have to look at a larger picture. You have to ensure that people are aware of the scenarios, of the present day scenarios. Impose a traffic fine on people who are violating traffic, but make sure that this is not used as a tool by corrupt traffic policemen or corrupt people to fill their pockets. Some people might not give challans and might say, instead of 10,000, give me 5,000. It's okay, I'll let you go. These things must be checked. These things should not happen. India is in a very nice position in world today. Make sure that we have to take off from here, and we should not be using these mechanisms against the citizens. And for one thing, I'll appeal to the NGOs. Please do something for the beggars on the roads. Make sure that they are given at least timely food. Right to health is not a right in our country, but at least right to food should be there for everyone. That's all for today. Thank you.